$1.30 Vachira, 3.10, 160 Tarangao. Line just about set. Started coming round to release the field. Race 1, Queanbeyan. And away they go, stumble down towards the inside, got away well. Vachira jumped out well on the outside. Capital Call is prominent, followed by Tarangao and Just a Ninja. Not much speed on as they race down towards the winning post on the first occasion. Capital Call moved up on the outside to go to the lead now. It's Capital Call leading in second place, Stumble, followed by Just a Ninja. Tarangao's down towards the inside, and the favourite about 2 behind at the tail of the field was Vachira. As they swing out of the straight, Capital Call is the leader, about 1.25 lengths in front. Stumble settling down well, followed then by Tarangao pulling a bit on the inside. A 1/2 length Just an Ninja, and 1.5 lengths then at the tail of the field was Vachira. As they race up the side of the track with about 1,400 to go, and Capital Call leads. 1.5 lengths in front, Stumble is second. 1.25 lengths behind those, Tarangao still pulling. A further length behind those, Just a Ninja, and Vachira settling down well at the tail of the field as they race towards the back. Race 1 at Queanbeyan with about 1,200 metres to go as they commence the run down the back. Capital Call leads. 2 in front of Stumble second. 1.25 lengths behind those, Tarangao third. A length behind those, second last was Just an Ninja, and getting up along the inside, Vachira is still at the tail of the field, but only about 4 or 5 lengths from the leader. In the back straight, they've got 900 to go, and the leader, Capital Call. Little change in the order now. Capital Call leads 1.5 lengths in front. Stumble is second. A similar margin, Tarangao third. Back behind those, Just a Ninja, and down on the inside, Vachira is gaining ground steadily, getting right up along the inside now, Vachira, as they race down the back up towards the 700 metre mark, and Capital Call is the leader, followed then by Stumble. Now Vachira looking for a way out on the inside, getting shuffled back as Just a Ninja goes around the field, and Tarangao as they race up towards the turn, 500 metres out, and the leader was still Capital Call, followed further back then Vachira getting another go on the inside and running into it well. Vachira followed then by Stumble, and the next one behind those, Tarangao and Just a Ninja around the turn, 300 to go. Capital Call is the leader. He's got to go for Vachira, getting right up along the inside, followed by Stumble, and the next one was Tarangao coming right down the outside. Inside the 200, Vachira shot through on the inside. It's Vachira battling it out with Capital Call, who's kicking back strongly. It's Capital Call and Vachira. Vachira's got the head in front near the line, and Vachira's just beaten the Capital Call. Out wide, Tarangao third, followed by Stumble second last, and the last one across the line was Just a Ninja.
A cheeky and confident ride there on Vachira, which was the tote favourite to pay $1.70 and $1.40. Number 4, Capital Call, paid $6, and number 3, Tarangao, insufficient starters for a third dividend. But Vachira starting the punters off on a happy note at Queanbeyan in the first, trained by Ken Callaghan. Now at...
Stand by. They're away. That was a perfect start. Darkbrook Green bound towards the inside, and Sun Region got away well, as did Rich Uncle Reggie, moving up on the outside. Festino's drifting back in the field, and Hawaiian Majesty last of all, but the speed is on, and Rich Uncle Reggie with the mouth open has gone to the lead over Sun Region, second on the inside. 1.5 lengths behind those, Darkbrook Dreamer, further break in the field. Festino second last, and 1.25 lengths then Hawaiian Majesty at the tail of the field, but now Rich Uncle Reggie does it well as they race up towards the turn. It's Rich Uncle Reggie the leader, a little over a length in front of Sun Region, followed by Darkbrook Dream third on the outside. This trio well clear of Festino, followed then by Hawaiian Majesty in the straight down towards the 200, and Rich Uncle Reggie doing it very nicely. Darkbrook Dream on the outside is running on fairly well. Festino's down the outside. Sun Region's plugging away, but it's Rich Uncle Reggie the leader. Sun Region's having another go on the outside, but the Rich Uncle Reggie's in front near the line, and too good. Rich Uncle Reggie held on about 1/2 length. Sun Region, who battled on very strongly. Then Darkbrook Dream third, followed by Festino, and the last one across the line, Hawaiian Majesty. The Rich Uncle too strong. Number 2, Rich Uncle Reggie, $1.60, $1.10. Number 4, Sun Region, $3.10. No dividend for number 5, Darkbrook Dream. Rich Uncle Reggie, trained on the track by Frank Cleary. A Bay Colt 3 by Westminster out of Princess Cura, raced by G. Austin, F.S. Cleary, R.J. Holmes, R.J. Stanford. That's the Rich Uncle, Reggie Stanford, and G.A. Rob in partnership. Won very, very well. Showed good speed. They really went helter-skelter. Now the time, very interesting. The time for the race, 52:14. Now that is a new class record. Previous record 52:38 held by Latin Beat. So the Rich Uncle has broken the class record here, 52:40.
Set now. Starter about to send them on their way.
Tell the ambulance to move back a bit.
Just got to move the ambulance back a little bit, and they'll send them on their way for the first event today, the Malenka Lodge Class 6. Churchy over on the inside with Queanbeyan. stand up well, Grandeur. Lord Windire fronts up nicely.
How close to the running rail are they? But they can get around.
Just a slight delay before we have them on their way. Now they're moving the ambulance back behind the stalls. Light on, racing now, and Azuma was a little bit slow to get going. Proven Zam got away very silently shortly after the jump. Rhythmic Beat got out nicely too. And Grandeur is not far away, just behind them as they head by the 1400 metre point. Lot of Thought out deep, showing good speed. And he's going to run to the front, heading up to the 1200, kicked out by a length and a half. Lord Windire, the outside of Rhythmic Beat. Proven Zam running fourth, but out 3 deep. Further back in the field came Grandeur with Azuma. Napour out deep on the course. Churchy back along the inside. The last couple are Lap of Honour and Tambeek over on the inside. About 1,000 to go and Lot of Thought in front. Napour let loose around the outside to go up and challenge a length and a half to Lord Windire with a sitting shot. A half length away the inside Rhythmic Beat from Proven Zam between them Azuma. 2 lengths further back came Churchy, then Grandeur a half length back the outside. Third last from Lap of Honour. And 2.5 lengths to Tambeek at the tail of the field, about 650 to go. And Lot of Thought is in front of Napour as they get inside the 600 metre point. Azuma out deep, coming forward with a big run. Then driving up behind them along the inside was Rhythmic Beat. Then further back in the field, in behind them next was Lord Windire as they approached the home turn. Lap of Honour out deep, coming forward. Churchy going with him. Napour dropping right out of it. Proven Zam back next to last. And Tambeek last for home, but Lot of Thought at the 270. Kicked away by 2 or 3 lengths. Azuma. Rhythmic Beat off the rails, running home well. Grandeur down the outside with Lap of Honour, but they've got to get Lot of Thought with 100 metres to go. He's clear of Rhythmic Beat, Grandeur and Azuma, and Lot of Thought's going to lead all the way and win. Lot of Thought won by 2.5 lengths to Rhythmic Beat. Grandeur about 2.5 lengths away, third from Azuma. Then further back came Lap of Honour. Proven Zam in behind them next. Lord Windire had every possible hope. A long way back to Tambeek, and Napour finished well back with Churchy, who was among the last.
Bilton Donaldson was on the first winner, number 8, Lot of Thought, $24.60 and $6.50. Rhythmic Beat, $1.90, and Grandeur, $1.90. 8, 6 and 1. They're the New South Wales TABs on the first at Alice Springs. At Warwick Farm, 2 minutes of betting time to race 1.
The TAB holdings will more than compensate for that, however. Now, the last couple have moved in, and they look okay. In fact, they're off and running. Honoric has begun only fairly from a wide gate. Lucky Bear is the first out. What Report jumped nicely, and Graphics is now striding through, and he'll be in front in a tick. At the end of 200 metres, Graphics steadied, is a narrow leader over Lucky Bear. Jimmy Cassidy's not happy with the pace. He allowed Honoric to slip around the outside of them and take over at the 1,000 mark, and Honoric is now striding freely in front by a length to Graphics. Lucky Bear moving to third, then What Report followed by Friends Love and Time to Shine. 2 lengths away last is Sloane. Past the 800 metres mark, Graphics got up on the inside to join Honoric, and they're going together by about 2 lengths to Lucky Bear on the outside of What Report. A length and a half to Time to Shine on the outside of Friends Love, and a length and a half away last is Sloane. To the turn, 500 metres out, Graphics and Honoric are going together, nothing between them. Lucky Bear third, What Report in a pocket at the moment, followed by Time to Shine. Friends Love is under a bit of pressure, and Sloane as last as they turn into the straight. Honoric on the outside takes a narrow lead over Graphics, who's sticking with him. In third place, Lucky Bear hooked out and running on pretty well, and What Report is getting back to the cutaway. Graphics got the better of Honoric with 100 to go, and Graphics under hands and heels riding is drawn clear. Lucky Bear on the outside, and What Report is running on well, but Graphics confidently ridden beat What Report. Lucky Bear third, Honoric fourth. A gap then to French Love, and the last couple are Sloane and Time to Shine. Grant Cooksley never really looked perturbed on Graphics. He rode only hands and heels all the way down the straight, and this filly held them comfortably to win nicely. Graphics to pay $1.60 and $1.30, 160 and 130. What Report on the inside will get second, number 7, to pay a place dividend of $8, and Lucky Bear on the outside third. Insufficient starters for a third tote.
One of the highlights today, of course, is the Alice Springs Cup. From the Alice, he's been there a few days to study the form. Equine, I hope. It's very good afternoon. In the centre there to Hilton Donaldson.
Good afternoon, Rod. A magnificent day weather-wise here at Alice Springs. We're heading up towards the 30-degree mark. Someone told me yesterday it might rain, but I said they were kidding, and they were kidding, because it's a beautiful day for the Lassiter's Casino Alice Springs Cup, a $45,000 race paying $30,000 to the winner. It's race number 7. It comes up at 5:30 local time, 6 o'clock Eastern. And the man with all the tips, the late mail, every year we get the best from him, and he doesn't let us down at all. Terry Lillis. How are you, Terry?
I'm fine, Hilton. Welcome back to Alice again.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been a tough road once again, or a tough journey once we're here, but we're enjoying every minute of it.
Yeah, we'll do a bit more tonight.
All right, then what about the second event? Let's have a look at race number 2.
Well, this is a centre bet Class 4 handicap, Hilton. My company sponsoring this race. I thought the winner would come from the top 2. Spot the Demon's got excellent Queensland form, and the number 2 horse Newgar has got good Melbourne form. So,
but you need to run on the track, though, don't you, Terry?
Generally, but I think this could be an exception today.
All right, so number 1, Spot the Demon, the pick in race number 2. Now, the third is the William Inglis & Son Red Centre Classic. These horses, of course, were sold at the sale last year, and this sale is growing in stature every year, Terry. The quality of the horses is improving, and they go for good prices.
Oh, they do. I think the club would be very pleased with their results the other day in the sale ring. There was money we've never seen before in Alice Springs for horses. So, of course, we'll see them hit the track next year, and hopefully there'll be some good horses amongst them.
Can anything beat the number 1 horse here, King's Twig?
Well, it's the first pick, obviously, but there's a horse from Adelaide, number 7, Ruby Tuesday. We don't know a lot about, but the 1 should win and collect the big bonus, and 7 will be the danger.
King's Twig has had 3 starts for 3 wins. I'm talking about race 3, number 1. The rap is that this horse is so good it is will go to Adelaide, even Melbourne or Sydney or something like that, and it will go there and win, because this horse has terrific potential. All right, race number 4.
Well, here I've gone for Actung Valor. This was a fairly cheap horse. It was bought up by one of our local stalwarts, the McIntyres, and it's won 3 in a row here, and I think today it'll be each way odds, and number 4, Actung Valor, is my first choice, and that's the late mail.
All right, for Stephen Burrows, who, of course, formerly came from Newcastle, rode with great success in New South Wales, and he's been in the territory for some time and doing very well. Race number 5 is the Ansett Australia Invitation Stakes. The invitation riders here include, or the riders are Brett Marshall on 1, Countryman. These riders drew out their horses yesterday at a function here at the track. Brett Marshall on 1, Ben Cornell from Darwin on 2, Peter Hutchinson on number 3, Plush Boy. 5, El Qatar is Richard Jolly. The 4 horses ineligible at 1 on Saturday. 6, Duntroon Lad, Dwayne Dunn, Adelaide's leading rider. 7, El Major is David Bates. 8, Fiery Crest, Neil Payne, having his second trip to Alice Springs, some 5 years apart. Of course, he's been in Macau. 9 is Tats Fire, Gary Evans, who hails from Rockhampton. 10, Sandboy is Simon Price, one of Adelaide's leading riders. Stephen Burrows on 11, Don't Mind If I Do. And 12, Where's the Logic? Jason Oliver from WA, now domiciled in Victoria with Mark Bairstow at Freshwater Creek near Geelong. It's a good field, this, and a good quality lineup of jockeys.
Good jockeys, there's nothing in them, and it's a very even lineup of horses too, Hilton. I thought the winner would come from 1, 8 or 2. And right, I guess I'll go for them in that order.
OK, 182, possibly number 1, Countryman, the hard one to beat there. Race 6, Corregidor, 62.5 kilos, but they say he's flying.
Oh, a lot of weight, but he's a class horse, and I think he's off to Adelaide for the Goodwood, I think. But if he's going to do any good down there, he'll have to show something here today, Hilton. So, I mean, he's a great horse, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him fall into the minor placings today. However, I've gone for number 2 to win the race, and probably number 7 is the main danger, and I'll put Corregidor in for 3rd.
So the late male number 2, Smithy's Pride, trained by Lynn Williams, who prepared last year's Alice Springs Cup winner, Mighty Maroon. Let's have a look at the Cup, race 7.
Oh, what a great race this is, Hilton. It'll be 5 to 1 the field, but I'm going to tip an Adelaide horse, Paisano, to win it, and another Adelaide horse, Brindabella Blue, for 2nd. And the top weight, Glacier Bay, who raced a little fresh at his last start here, I'm putting him in for 3rd. But 5 to 1 the field. You take your choice, mate.
All right, well, let's have a look at the best three today from Alice Springs from Terry Lillis. They are...
The first one is in race 2, Spot the Demon. Race 3 is number 1, King's Twig. And in race 7, each way, number 5, Paisano.
Good luck, Terry.
Thank you, Hilton.
And thanks for joining us again on Sky Channel. Best of luck today. And with Centrebet in the future, things are going well. I believe we'll be seeing Centrebet on the Witness program on Tuesday night. So you've really hit the big time there.
Yes, I believe. Perhaps you'll be having a talk with Jared a bit later. He's the one that stars on that. But
all right, Terry. Hilton. Good luck today.
Cheers.
Thanks for that. Terry Lillis with the Late Mail, one of Alice Springs' leading bookmakers, and good punting today.
Lanya Hilton will be rejoining Hilton throughout the day from Alice Springs. If he stays in the Alice any longer, maybe Hilton will figure on the Witness program. In the third at Queanbeyan, Warpole $3.50, Darlington Green $3, La Divina $4.60, and Monaro Mix $7.70. 36,000 in the win pool for the third at Queanbeyan. Directly after Queanbeyan...
Starter goes up. They're away. That was a good start. Out wide, Monero Mix got away well. And La Divina's driving through, and so too is Darlington Green. Getting up along the inside was Warpole. Balaclava Bell's getting back in the field with Baron Saxby and Prince de Beau's on the inside. Settling down 700 metres out and showing good speed. Monero Mix goes to the lead. A length in front of La Divina, a length and a half to Darlington Green, a half a length behind those. Getting back a bit now was Warpole, followed by Baron Saxby in the last pair. Balaclava Bell on the outside of Prince de Beau as they swing up towards the turn. 450 metres to go. Monero Mix is doing it well, running to second. Darlington Green is running on. La Divina's locked away on the inside. A break behind those. Warpole, a long break, then Balaclava Bell. Baron Saxby and Prince de Beau as last of all in the straight down towards the 200. And the leader was Monero Mix. Trying hard was Darlington Green on the outside. Warpole. La Divina's getting up along the inside. In the centre though, Darlington Green put the head in front. Warpole on the outside is trying hard. It's Darlington Green in front, kicking back Monero Mix, but Darlington Green by about a head over Monero Mix. Failing to run on in third place, Warpole, followed by Balaclava Bell. Then La Divina, the next one, Prince de Beau, and Baron Saxby was last.
Number 2, Darlington Green, getting the money there on a driving finish at $3.40 and $1.90. Number 8, Monero Mix, $3.40. Insufficient starters for a third dividend for number 1, Warpole. That was the third at Queanbeyan. They're getting ready for the third now at Kilmore, and the tote update shows Sir Giovanni at $4, Ecstatic 3. Coming up with him now, Peter Hutchinson. I believe he settled in well in the Alice and trialled well.
Thanks very much, Rod. The Alice Springs Cup would not be complete without Peter Hutchinson. Peter, how are you?
Hilton,
it's a burning question, by the way.
Yeah. No, Hilton, I am bucking and kicking.
Absolutely. We attended the Overlanders Steakhouse last night, a magnificent feed, a beautiful place to go to, fabulous entertainment throughout the night.
It certainly was, Hilton, and I suppose I do help the entertainment along a little bit.
Peter Hutchinson was on stage, and he didn't realise he was going to be on stage when he first arrived in the restaurant, but we'll leave it to that. Now, you've got some good rides here today, Pete. Race in the Ansett Invitation. We've got race 5, number 3, Plush Boy. Ran a good second here on Saturday. Have you been told much about this horse?
Algie Trengro trained, and of course, he's a fantastic trainer, Algie. And the Plush Boy, I was lucky to draw him, and I think he's going to be a big show, so we'll be right in there for a long way anyway.
Yes, of course, the Ansett Australia Invitation, the riders actually chose their horses out of a hat, and Peter's chosen a good one because it was an excellent second on Saturday. Now, in the Cup, you're on Beau Guest, a last start winner.
Yes, Hilton. He's unlucky. 2 starts ago, probably should have won as well. I actually rode the horse in the Darwin Cup last year and ran a big race, ran 4th, and if he can run up to that sort of form, he should win as well. So I'm looking for a good day today. Finish off with a big note.
Well, you better go because the jockeys are heading into the yard for race number 2. You're on Kentucky Star here, who's had 10 starts on the track, been in the money 7 times, so best of luck.
Thank you, Hilton. Keep the fingers crossed.
Good on you. Peter Hutchinson there, one of the visiting riders from Melbourne, and he's got some good rides today, including Plush Boy and Beau Guest.
Thank you, Hilton. I hope in conjunction with Peter Hutchinson you're able to strip the bookies today at Alice Springs. The runners are on the track at Warwick Farm.
Funding has been returned to the stalls and now they're set and they're off and running. Deferred has been hunted out of the gate. Pride of Gold is away quickly and so is Mighty Morphin. Commanding began well and Dermot is handy. Getting along the fence, Lamrock soon after the start. Midwest is about midfield and trapped out deep. And then Princely and Royal Celadon and Chappie dropping out last at the end of 300 metres. Pride of Gold, a narrow leader over Deferred. In the centre, Mighty Morphin makes a line of 3. Dermot is fourth on the inside of Commanding. Moving up again is Midwest, and just behind those Princely with Royal Celadon, followed by Chappie. Lamrock is dropping out last at the 600 metres mark. Pride of Gold a half length to Mighty Morphin. Deferred dropped off there. He's 2 lengths behind those leaders now. On the fence, Dermot as they come to the turn, followed by Midwest, and Princely will have to go very wide on the corner. Into the straight, Pride of Gold a clear-cut leader by a length and a half to Mighty Morphin. The baldy face Deferred in third place, flat to the boards. On the inside of them is Dermot about to shunt into the clear. Oh, he ducked out sharply there, Dermot, but he's out after Pride of Gold. Pride of Gold feeling the pinch. Dermot is about to claim him as the Woodland stud boys go for the double. Dermot hit the lead in the shadows of the post, and this big bay draws away to win well. And it's Dermot by more than a length to Pride of Gold. Chappie has come from last to get third, followed by Midwest and then Deferred. Further back in the field came Mighty Morphin and then Princely and Commanding, and the last couple are Lamrock, and back with it is Royal Celadon. Winner is Dermot, Grant Cooksley. 2 starts, 2 wins. When he went to pull Dermot around the leader 150 metres out, Dermot overreacted to the rain and he shifted out a couple of horses rather sharply. I think he caught Grant Cooksley unawares there. He just gave that near side rein a tug to come outside the leader, and the horse shifted very abruptly. Dermot, a big strong horse by snippets, and he pays 2.30 and 1.30. Second will be Pride of Gold to pay a place tote of 2.10. And Chappie has come from a long way back to get third. Johnny Grisdale showing a place dividend of $5.
Drawn well, ready. Starter about to release them. Race number 2, lights on. Fantastic Girl, the inside. Off and racing now, Fantastic Girl jumped away fairly fast. Gem's Choice missed it by a half a length and beginning quickly over on the outside, going fast, Toast of the Town. Going quickly also as Blazing Feathers up there nice and handy towards the lead, and they were followed further back by Fantastic Girl, who's gone up to join them now with Spot the Demon, and the filly is up there too, Small to Race, 2 lengths further back to Sean's Delight, followed by Toast of the Town the outside, 2.5 to the grey exit stage left, a length and a half further back in the field to Newgar, 2 or 3 lengths to Kentucky Star, a mile back, and 2.5 lengths further back to Gem's Choice. And last of all is King of Junction, about 15 off the lead down the side of the track now. At the 400 metre mark, and the filly hit the front, Small to Race. Raced out a length and a half in front of Fantastic Girl second. In third placing, Blazing Feathers about to have a crack at her now, followed by Sean's Delight. But around the corner, the filly left the fence. Small to Race a half in front. Fantastic Girl coming back. Blazing Feathers under the stick now in trouble, and Small to Race a neck in front of Fantastic Girl. She's still in front, the filly with 100 to go, and Small to Race is fighting on now from Fantastic Girl, and Small to Race is going to win it. 2 in a row for the filly. Won it by a length and 3/4 on the line. Second placing Fantastic Girl. Third placing the outside Blazing Feathers, followed further back by Toast of the Town. They were followed further back by Newgar. Wider out on the track was Sean's the Line, and Honest Run again. Followed further back by Spot the Demon, and then came Kentucky Star, Never in It. Followed by Gem's Choice, and then came further back King of Junction second last, and the grey exit stage left finished last of all. So the winner here, number 5, Small to Race, 2 in a row.
And there is Small to Race, who was big enough to win. Small to Race ended up starting tote favourite at $3.20. Only had the one run on the track, and one previously coming from South Australia had won a couple at Port Lincoln. Anyway, is adopted to the Alice in good style, and they was quite heavily backed.
And away they go. That was a pretty good level start. Naval Banker out wide and Glencoe Girl got the best of it. Pensiamo's prominent, followed by Dionysus driving through. In behind those, I'm Captain Jack, followed by Go Quo. A further break in the field then, La River Dance, followed further back then Indebted, and last of all, La Soca Lass. A fair turn of speed on as they race up with about 700 to go. Dionysus the leader. It's out about a length in front of Naval Banker. Pensiamo with the run of the race on the inside. In behind those, Glencoe Girl, followed further back to Go Quo. A break behind those, I'm Captain Jack. Then Reckless Impulse, a long break behind those towards the turn. La River Dance followed by Indebted, and La Soca Lass is along last, but around the turn, 300 metres to go. Dionysus the first starter, nicely clear at the top of the straight. Pensiamo's trying hard, followed by Go Quo getting up along the inside. The next one was I'm Captain Jack, followed by Naval Banker, but Dionysus shot away with about 150 to go. Dionysus is out nicely clear in front of Pensiamo, followed by I'm Captain Jack, but it's a very impressive first up win to Dionysus. He's down. Dionysus first, Pensiamo second, close for third, either Go Quo or I'm Captain Jack, followed by Indebted. Then Reckless Impulse, La River Dance, Never a Chance, followed then by Naval Banker, then Glencoe Girl, and the last one across the line, La Soca Lass.
They didn't forget to back the first starter, Dionysus from the Ken Callaghan stable. $4 the win and $1.60 the place. Number 6, Pensiamo, was paid $1.60. A photo for third. We will have the result of that photo shortly. The fourth event at Kilmore's coming up in 2 minutes' time, over 12,000 in the Super.
Thanks very much, Rod. Let's have a look at the third event of the day. This, of course, is the one of the features with the Red Setter Classic, the William Inglis and Son Red Setter Classic, a $20,000 race, $13,600 to the winner, and there are various bonuses for horses that of course, were purchased through the sale. Well, Mick Stumbles has journeyed from Darwin to Alice Springs again for another cup, and we welcome him to the Sky Channel microphone. How are you, Mick?
Good, thanks, Hilton. How are you?
Very well, very well. Standing up to the pressure okay. What about yourself?
Wonderful weekend, isn't it? I'm getting a bit old for this, I think, mate. I just go to bed a bit earlier than most of you. I can't last till 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning.
There's a very interesting story about the second race winner. That was its 5th win in succession.
Yeah, she's going well, isn't she? She started her career here, did show a fair deal of potential, then went down to South Australia, won her last 3, I think, at Port Lincoln, and then a win here, their first start in the Carnival, and a pretty strong win today. I thought she might have a little bit of trouble with the 1100, but made no difference, did it?
Not at all. A terrific win, 5 in a row, and Leola Murray, the rider. Do you know much about Leola?
Yes, she's from my way, rides in Darwin, 3 kilo apprentice, rides quite well, particularly on a front runner.
And you think she can win another race today?
Yeah, she's on Smithy's Pride. It's going to be very hard to beat in the second last. 1,000 metres, right down to the ground. Broke 2 track records in Darwin. Has had 3 starts down here for 2 wins and a narrow second. Looks very tough to beat.
What about the Cup?
Dreidel or Beau Guest, Hilton. Beau Guest probably in the best form of his career. I know he's getting on a bit, but he probably should have won his last 3 starts. Was unlucky 2 starts back. Well drawn, Peter Hutchison to ride. Dreidel's very well in at the weights. He ran 2nd in the Darwin Cup last year, got beat half a length by Ventilago, chased him all the way, and is well drawn. And Dwayne Dunn riding in good form in South Australia, so they're the 2, I think.
Good calling today.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Good on you. Mick Stumbles there, the race caller today for the Cup, and let's go to Kilmore, and here's Rick.
Off and running, Miss Santiago as the first out. Threadbow and Misty Miss began well, and so did Cynical. Jimmy Cassidy has to hunt, rising above hard to get between horses and join the leaders at the end of 200 metres. Just behind those, Star trapped out fairly deep, and then Babbling and Seen Before. Little Ruler getting back with All Night Party and Mrs. Velasco, and dropping out last, Shozaloza. Past the 1,200 metres mark, and it's Threadbow on the outside taking a narrow lead over Rising Above. Star is third, but Pratted 3 deep on the outside of Decidity and Miss Santiago. A length away, Cynical on the outside of Misty Miss. Seen Before on the outside of Babbling. Further back then is All Night Party, who's travelling deep on the outside of Little Ruler and Mrs. Velasco. And a length away, Shozaloza. Coming down the side at the 800 metres mark, Threadbow just the leader over Rising Above, and Star wide out. A length away, Decidity getting a good run, followed by Miss Santiago. And then Cynical, Misty Miss. Babbling is strung up on the fence or close to the fence as they come down the side. and then Seen Before. All Night Party in the red and white hoops is out deep. A long way back, Mrs. Velasco, followed by Little Ruler and Shozaloza. To the turn now, 4:50 to go. Rising above with the inside running, went through to join and head Threadbow. 3 deep under heavy pressure Star. Then Miss Santiago, followed by Decidity and Misty Miss. Heads a turn for home. Rising above, got away from Threadbow, and they've kicked well clear of Star. Miss Santiago, Babbling hooked out, is going to run on well, but Rising Above clear with 100 to go. Here's Babbling getting into second place and coming out after the leader. Rising Above in front. Babbling is cutting her down, but too late, and Rising Above has just held on to beat Babbling, who was in front a couple of strides past the post. Misty Miss might be third, just in front of Seen Before, and then Decidity Shozaloza made up ground from All Night Party. Threadbow weakened out of it, then Miss Santiago. Further back, Mrs.